TinkerCAD tips. In this tutorial, I want to talk a little bit about object alignment and doing something that the normal alignment tool isn't able to do. So let me show you this here first. If we select objects in TinkerCAD, we can align them based upon a particular edge, centers, and even in the vertical here as well. For instance, if I click on the center here, these two align up the center. I can also pick one of these to be the focal point or the master in the alignment. For instance, if I click on this red one, then all of my indicators are here and everything else we've selected will come into alignment with this one, and this one won't move. So that's the basics of the normal alignment tool, but it's unable to do certain things. For instance, let's say I wanted to take this cylinder and have its center lined up perfectly on the corner of this red rectangle. Well, let me show you how we're going to do that. And we're going to use an underutilized function of TinkerCAD, the ruler tool. So let's make a little space here. Up over here to the right is the ruler tool, or keyboard R. I'm going to bring the ruler tool out here to show you. Now note, when you bring the ruler tool out, there's two legs on it. One in the vertical and one in the horizontal, in this case this way and this way. And if we click on this circle at the center here, we can get those to rotate around that center point. Now they're this direction and this direction, and finally here and here. So let's say that I wanted to align this circle to this center point up here. First thing I want to do is I want to put my ruler tool at the corner of this red rectangle. So I'm going to click on the ruler tool. I'm going to come in here and get that at about the corner there. And you'll see here where I have one scale running off to the right and one going down. That's where I want that one to be. Now note here, there's this little option here, use midpoint or use endpoint. That determines the numbers that we're going to get when we click on these objects. For instance, right now, I want to use endpoint. And if I click on this rectangle, these numbers in green here, you'll see these change dependent upon how far it is from this focal point. So if I want to get this lined up on the center, I can click in here and put in 0, and over here and put in 0. Now, if I want to get the center, the middle of this cylinder to line up on that corner, this is how we would do that. While this is selected, I can come over here and I can click on Use Midpoint, and I have those same numbers that I can change. Over here, the one in green, that's its distance from this line. I can change that to 0. And this is the distance right and left. I can change that to 0. And there we are. We have the center of our cylinder right on the corner of this rectangle. Now this also works if we want to go in another direction. For instance, let's bring this red rectangle up here. Let's make it a little bit taller. Let's go ahead and dismiss our ruler. That's the little X that you see down here. You click on that. Let's put the work plane on the end of this. Now I can bring that ruler out, come into the corner here. I'm going to click into that corner. Let's rotate this around so that the scales are in the correct direction. There we go. Click on that red rectangle. Click it to use endpoint. Let's make this 0. This one's 0. Now let's click on that yellow cylinder back there. And again, we see all of its distances from this center point. 12.49, we'll make that 0. We also have this one here, make that 0. And let's make this scale 0, this axis. We want to change this back. We want to be using midpoint here. 0. There we go. Put our work plane back to where it was. There we go. We've got that cylinder aligned to that upper corner. So that's how you can use the ruler in a way that you can do alignments in a way that the regular alignment tool would not allow for. Totally underutilized utility in TinkerCAD, I think. Have any comments to share? You know where to drop those. As always, like, follow, and repost. If you have any ideas for new TinkerCAD tutorials that you'd like to see, drop me a DM. Till next time, happy tinkering.